Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome to another episode of Stellaris, and hopefully we're going to be done this pretty soon. I did wait till these guys have managed to go about and finish off whatever the hell it was they were doing, so now we're going to start sending our strike forces all around the place and destroying the little bits of whatever the hell it is these guys have to resist me. Not a lot, honestly, but alright, let's go ahead, yeah, we'll do it that way actually, that's fine. We'll send other one over there, and then we'll send another strike force over to here. And I think we're going down in income every time we do this, but that should be fine. Send another strike force over to here. Send our psionic avatar afterwards. Actually, we'll use it for defense for just a little bit here. And hopefully that'll all be fine. We've got some ships that were being built, but they'll sort of go to whatever fleet it is. I think they're going to head to the Deneb fleet afterwards, but that is all fine. My ally in this war can't join in on this, but that's perfectly fine because we're probably going to un-ally with them pretty soon here. But they just got out of their war, so that's why they've taken all this territory here. So, yeah, it's pretty much that. Shouldn't be too hard, though, for me to take these guys out. Their army got wiped out by my buddies over there, and my allies' states over here have their little navies sort of wandering around and just being a nuisance, really. Not really doing much or contributing anything useful. It would have been nice if I could have finished at least one segment of the stupid Dyson Sphere, but there we go, exquisite. It will take us a while before we can even afford the next section of it. Like, these things are so expensive that by the time you can actually use them, they're like, you've spent more resources than you'll ever harvest out of them, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and do a bit of this here just to keep my mineral or my energy count trimmed a bit. Don't want to be going over on our minerals there. Let's see, it looks like their big fleet is only 17,000 in strength, which is pretty weak. They do have the mega cannon, which is actually weaker than the giga cannon that I'm using, so I actually have a tech advantage in terms of the weapons that we've got. And of course I've got the psionic shields. The one thing that they should have is they should probably have better admirals than I do, since they've got the cyborg ones with the plus 5% fire rate. Whereas mine have the 5% evasion rate, which is not quite as good. Looks like my ships are going to Deneb. Well, that's fine. Alright, we got that guy there. Yeah, psionic plus 15% evasion rate. I find that the 5% fire rate's usually better, but it's probably not actually true. I'm betting that in all 15% evasion. Well, actually, no, I don't really know there. I got a couple slots that I could use for more admirals if I wanted to. You can stack gale speed as well as psionic, and if you can get like there's another bonus that increases evasion that's hard to get, but you can do it if you're psychic. You can get like a 50% plus evasion rate. Not really that useful for the type of fleets that I run, but this is still pretty good, 20% evasion. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and chuck that into one of my navies there. And we should be arriving in Kandari or Elamur in just a second here. And that first hit into Elamur here, immediately just opening fire. Already destroyed that, basically. Yeah. Nothing they can really do to stop me at this point in time. Alright, so our fleets are going to be splitting off in their own sort of separate ways there, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and look for our transport fleets, though. Go ahead and start sending one over to... I guess we send this one over to Kanagan. So they'll automatically get sucked into the whatever that is, but we'll go ahead and siege out that planet afterwards. But yeah, we're just gonna start engaging all of them. So I've actually decided to like vassalize the rest of everything in one fell swoop sort of thing here. Admiral gained a trait. Okay. Alright, reduced operating costs, that's fantastic. Especially considering my operating costs are getting quite high. I should probably actually start building more ground forces, just in case. You never know when something weird's going to happen. I can't remember, I think it was Medgar that I could build better troops on. It's one of these planets up here. I think it might actually be this one, though. Let's just give it a quick check here. It doesn't look like it, actually, so it must be Medgar. Oh, actually no. Where the hell have I got that? Promising officer, we got a new admiral, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I can't remember where I've got the recruitment center. Well, that's interesting. For all I know, it's one of the Secunduses as well, so that would be awkward. Alright. Yeah, I can't even remember what the building actually looks like. Maybe it wasn't one of these planets. Actually, you know what? I know what the problem is. It was one of those ones that didn't have a proper name, so let's check this one. Just gonna pause the game real quick here while we try and figure this bloody thing out. Okay, so Hestimer, no. I was pretty sure it was one of these sectors. Nevada. Yeah, it's Nevada over here. Damn it. Okay. Hold on one second, though. Sorry about that. Just been having a bit of an upset stomach these past little while. Anyway, so Nevada over here. Let's go ahead and click on that. Get some armies built. We've actually got a bit of a Xenomorph army here, too, as well as some size stuff. Looks like we just have to flush this one out with the assault armies here, so we'll go ahead and do that. Got the cap number of garrison armies here theoretically as well, but alright. Alright, so we're getting some reports in from the battlefronts, but there's not a whole lot these guys can do to stop us at this point in time anyway, so... Alright, let's get you guys over to... Wait, what the hell? Oh, they just had a fleet there. They didn't actually have the, Alright, let's get you over there. Let's get you over to there. And see what we can have going on here. Get you guys down to here. Just enter orbit first. By the time we do those jumps, we should already have this navy over there, but maybe not actually. Actually, yeah, let's not jump these guys just yet. Alright. So you guys have managed to take out those guys. Let's get you onto the planet as well. Yeah, so we've managed to take out these guys easy. It's like not even really worth thinking about this kind of war, but got a bit of a build up here trying to get ready to, I guess, have one climactic showdown with me, I suppose. Let's get the Psionic Avatar in on this. It can jump almost there in a single go. Alright, so we're down on energy, but we can actually still afford to keep our navies afloat and still gain a profit, which is pretty nice. Got 5.6k fleet of these guys coming in. It's not enough to take out the 16,000 that are over there, but it'd still probably do a decent job there. Alright. Alright, and you guys. The land armies thing there. Okay, the other army here. They're on their way, okay. Oops, no, that is that one, okay. Alright, you guys, let's get you guys onto there. Getting this ruined sentry array would also potentially be pretty good for us. What's going on over here? Looks like I've just got an ally fleet coming in and destroying some stations here. That's fine. It's not really going to do a whole lot, but it's not really a bad thing either. At this point in time, they've only got one system left that can even house any stations. So, it's not a whole lot of hope left for our dear opponents here. And after that, we just have to get ready for an attack against the Sulokako citizen state there, where we sort of get ready to wipe out the last remnants of resistance in the universe, I guess. Galaxy, I suppose, not universe. It's interesting what will happen if people discover something that actually is larger than the universe, like, because the universe sort of just means, like, everything. All things in existence. So if there's something outside of the universe, then technically that would be part of the universe, but I think we're going to start seeing people like breaking it into smaller chunks or something like that. That's my guess. Alright, let's get you guys embarked back up. Get you guys over to... Let's get these guys down over to the planet. Land them down on that planet, and we'll have the Navy there. Head on over towards here. and let's have our navies head over this way. We'll wait a little bit and then send the psionic avatar in just a little bit later, but... Oh, shit. What did we finish researching as well, by the way? I forget. We could get plus 5% to our armor, which would be pretty good. We don't have engineering facilities 2 yet. That's kind of tragic. Okay, I don't know what we finished building or researching, but it's probably not that important, so we won't really worry too much about that. Okay. Just have to wait till these guys get closer to the boundary there. Alright, you guys... it's not a whole lot of point to what they're doing there. Okay. Still a little ways to go. You guys, I think we head down to Askilia, whatever. And our army's over there. Alright. And I think we can head back here and start queuing up a movement from this guy. The psionic jump drive is actually a little bit slower than the hyperdrive, so I think we go ahead and move it now. Can't actually remember. Maybe the psionic jump drive is a little bit faster. I don't think it is, though. Their navy's kind of out of position, so even if they do show up with it, it won't show up really in time to do anything, so... Oh, there is the avatar, though. It did show up faster. Damn it. Okay, so I might have to retreat with this guy. I'm not entirely sure why it's heading towards their fleet instead of something sensible, but we'll probably have to do an emergency FTL drive jump with this thing. There's the rest of our fleet, though, so that's pretty nice. Alright, so you can see them working over the shields of this guy pretty badly. I'm gonna hit the retreat button here on it before it gets down below half health. Alright. Their fleet jumped out too, actually. Huh, interesting. Since they have nowhere to jump to. So my timing on that was only a little bit bad, but still, it's enough to thwart the attack there. Mining lasers still doing their thing. Still think they're a pretty effective weapon for us. Cheap, effective, you know, that's all you really need. Alright, so let's check the negotiation table here. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to being able to demand our war goals here, which is basically the eradication of their entire faction, so... You'd think that that would be the sort of thing that they'd be highly resistant to, and indeed it does seem like that is something that they are highly resistant to. So, you know, makes sense. Alright, and we'll have you guys make a landing just as soon as you can get there. And I think these guys are pretty much officially dumpstered at this point in time. Alright, get down to there. Our poor psionic avatar. Still, like, not many things in the game can survive having jumped into that scenario and lasting as long as it did. Alright, what have we got here for this transport fleet? Does any casualties here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Casualties for ground forces is, like, really awkward to replace there. Alright, we're up to 79%. This is getting pretty close to the point where, yeah, we can force demands here. Best possible outcome. End of the Ibrick Royal Systems. Okay. So this has been replaced with the Custodial Tibedoran Commonwealth. Now, you'll notice that a lot of the planets got wiped out completely, and this is because a lot of their planets are, technically speaking, only inhabited by synthetics, and those synthetics don't really count for population when they switch over to religious, because they automatically have to purge those guys. So you can see that all of these guys are being purged. Actually, that's interesting. This planet's losing 100% of its population, which is not... I don't think I've ever seen a situation where a planet lost 100% of its population and remained a planet that was habited by those guys. They might have gone for a synthetic species. No, they haven't changed their species to be fully synthetic yet. What's going on down here? Yeah, these guys are all all things. Oh, shit. I need to actually go ahead and talk to these guys here. So, I'm going to demand vassalization here. Confirm that. Okay, they've declared their independence there. They're still our vassals, so that's fine. Alright, so yeah, they lost a bunch of those planets all of a sudden there. There we go. That's what we were sort of expecting to see there. Looks like, for some reason, it's not the core species of the planet that became the... Who the hell is their leader? What's going on there? Like, what is this guy? He doesn't... I don't see him on any of their planets. Their leader's just this random-ass alien. Maybe he's a custodian. Because what you can do is you can rent a scientist from the custodians. Maybe he got elected into power after that. Which would be interesting. Alright, so we'll get you guys to pay a prime here. Into orbit there. And now we just have to set up for, I guess, one more push. Now, I still can't get my landing anywhere around here, but that's fine. Other than that, though, let's just get all of our navies to somewhere useful. Or rather, somewhere cheaper at the very least, so like Hestemer. We'll get like 4 of our strike forces over here, or 3 of our strike forces rather, and then a couple at Deneb. So I am going to need some more strike forces as well, though. Actually, I don't necessarily know that we want to put them in Deneb. Yeah, this is not running particularly well. The only problem with like Deneb and stuff like that is that I'd pay more upkeep for keeping them there. Send them to Betria. Oh wow, this is running poorly. It seems to be a little bit better. Alright. Get you guys all to Betria Secundus here. Get you guys over to Betria Secundus. We'll actually make this strike force into the rally points. And I think that that should be fine at this point. We can actually afford to get a decent number more ships at this stage, so I might want to do that. I'm probably actually just going to wait till we can get our stupid solar Dyson sphere going, though, because we got this Dyson sphere and we can't do anything with it. Sure, I'll agree to that. That's fine. I don't really care. Yeah, like... So these guys actually are, now technically speaking, bigger than us, too, so... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break our defensive pacts. So I'm guessing that we can't just declare war on them for... Yeah, so we just have to wait till the truce has ended, but we are waiting for that to happen. Good. So yeah, they're now in truce formation with all of these states here, which is fine by me. Ooh, this is actually a really nice one. Strikecraft attack speed. We'll go with engineering though anyway, because I kind of think that I should probably get in on that. It's just a little bit there. Here we go. So now we're just sort of capping out our science so that we can get our repeatable techs really quickly here. What the? I think I've got Discord on. I think someone's doing something in there. Anyway, let's just ignore that for a second there. It's probably just shitposts. Okay. Oh man. I actually had quite a few of these damn things. Okay. I've also got quite a few people that have moved off of mineral tiles, which is really unfortunate. Okay. I don't think we had any research on Boundary, and I don't think we had any research over here either. This planet's filling in kind of nicely, though, so that's good. Only have 118 minerals per month right now, though, which is kind of ruining everything. Well, whatever. Alright. Yeah, so all of my forces, it looks like, should be heading back into my territory here. So, these guys are still inferior to us by enough. I don't want any of those sorts of pacts up yours. Should have joined my federation when you had the chance, you shitheads. Alright. Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah, they really shouldn't have gone and broken that defensive... Or they shouldn't have really just gone into the Federation with me like I had offered them 1,000 times. Well, I never actually sent the memo, but you know what I mean. We had that secret intel that said that they would say no. Alright, let's go ahead and grab Shroud here. Communicate. Reach into the Shroud. These are crap. Let's get ship repair though. Yeah, limited field repairs. We get plus 5% hull regeneration per month, which is pretty bad. I mean, against these guys that could be okay just because they've got so much territory that it would help for the long term. Sort of hull there, but I'm not really too worried about it. Alright. So as our fleets start trickling back into their home systems, then we should be seeing a big spike in our income there, but I mean still. It's kind of ridiculous how much... Well, actually, I think I technically have about as much territory as they do, and I certainly have higher quality territory, since they've probably got a bunch of places that are in near revolt right now. Like, I bet land is over here is practically still in revolt here. Oh no, it's not. I'm surprised. Right, well, whatever. Let's get the increased farms, I suppose. We can sort of reduce the number of farms that we have, I guess, if we improve the farms that we do have. Be a little bit longer, I think, before we get any of this stuff. That's fine, though. I can't remember if there's something, like, I think there's a tech that decreases the cost of megastructures. I think. I can't really remember, though. Well, can't believe how expensive these stupid things are. Let's see. It'd be kind of nice if the amount of like material that they use for their construction was reimbursed. Like if you had a system with lots of asteroids and stuff like that, even if they didn't have a lot of resources on them, if you could get a bunch of stuff off of it, like that would probably also make more sense for what they're doing, but whatever. Alright, so... Yeah, it's just that their fleet power is pathetic compared to mine, but their fleet limit they could theoretically have as large a fleet as I do. Let's check what their fleet is, though. It's a 51,000 fleet over here. Got quite a few battleships. Looks like they're going for all kinetics. So, the fact that I've got fairly strong armor and hulls is going to work out pretty well against these guys. They've got really thick hull there, but only 1,260 hit points worth of shields. I think that we have more on our ship's design. Let's check the Hyperion here. Yeah, 1,800. So we are ahead on that. Nope. Yeah, so we should be able to take these guys out pretty okay. It'll be an annoying war because we'll have to jump our forces just all over the bloody place to get them. And I'll have to consolidate some of my forces together since they've got a 50,000 fleet, and I'll need something that can match a 50,000 fleet. So that's fine, though. It shouldn't be too bad. Alright, we're only getting 383 per month, which is pretty mediocre, honestly, but if I get some way to increase the amount of minerals that we're getting without doing anything too dramatic there, that would be nice. I think we'll go ahead and grab... Let's grab the tachyon sensor, maybe. Yeah, we'll grab that. Might as well. Increase our planet sensor range again as well, so we'll have basically the ability to see everywhere. And we know that they've got like everything consolidated into a single fleet, so if I can just run down this one fleet here, then we'll be pretty much in business against them. How long is it before we actually end up in a war with these guys? 2408, so that's like So yeah, it is a 10-year sort of wait period there. So this hull regeneration is not going to really matter because we'll basically have run out of it by ages from then. Alright, whatever. That's fine. I think we take this colony here, even though I don't really want to do it. I just don't want to waste the colony ship too much longer. And I do have an empty slot for that sort of thing, so we'll go ahead and colonize. Put it down here, I think. Because we're paying some money for it, I might as well do something with it. Okay. But yeah, I think that we may call this an episode pretty soon here. Like, I could probably take out a good third of these guys in a single war and then just wait 10 years, declare another war, take out another half of what's left, and then declare one more and be done with it. But we'll be turning them into vassals sort of as we go along with that, and that's kind of awkward sometimes, but usually it's pretty much okay. It'll come down all to like how long I feel like it's going to take and whether or not a disaster actually occurs, like AI uprising or something like that. Could weaken them significantly, turn them into multiple different fragmentary factions or something like that. Or if the Unbidden show up, that would also be potentially interesting. It'd be better than what we got here, but yeah, I think for now this is going to be just the episode. I'll do some stuff in the background, like we got to the point where we were in this war that we got into. By skipping ahead a bit, but yeah, I think we'll probably be able to wrap this up pretty quickly here. I'm probably going to skip ahead after taking out like a couple quadrants of these guys in particular, but once we've done that, we'll get back to seeing things, see if something interesting happens. You never know. Anyway, hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.